Okay, I want to have a little talk about boxing or boxers marketing themselves, which I think is awesome. I think is excellent. I think more boxers should be on social media, not so much Twitter, but Facebook and YouTube. I think more boxers need to be on YouTube, showing their training methods and all that sort of stuff, and connecting with fans. I also think that boxers should take as many opportunities as possible to expose themselves to local media and to people within media via YouTube that are reputable. Now, what I do have a problem with, and I'm just speaking this because of other boxing up and coming journalists. I don't count myself in that because anybody who's heard me and heard what I've got to say is close. I see myself very much part-time in what I do, not much full-time. I do put a lot of effort into it. I do spend a lot of time in boxing, but I have other interests elsewhere, which I'm probably going to be focusing more on in due course. But for those people that are full-time in boxing and boxing journalists, one of the things that I tell everybody that asks questions about how I get interviews is to build a relationship with a fighter. Now what I'm going to say here is directed at quite a few fighters that think that you build a relationship with them. For example, nobody knows anything about them. They're maybe 10-0, 12-0, 13-0. Nobody knows much about them. You're doing interviews. You're giving them the exposure. You know, they'll call you. They'll give you an interview where they need one. You know, for their next fight, previewing their fight, asking them to come on shows, all the rest of it. And then somehow or the other, they think it's appropriate when they feel that they've hit the big time, that they need to get their lives in order. And getting their lives in order means bringing in somebody who does PR. Now, here's a word of warning to all of you boxers that think it's smart that when you suddenly see some bright lights and a bit of a TV, it's a smart thing to get a PR in. Let me explain something to you that you may or may not be aware of. When you decide to employ somebody who does PR, they have no idea of the relationships you have with journalists. You know, so if you've built a relationship with journalists over a period of time, you should be able to respect that journalist to a point to say, you know what, I'm not going to put you through my PR. If I am going to put you through my PR is going to understand how to treat you. But what happens to PR thinks it's then their responsibility to control who you talk to and who you don't talk to. So what you do end up getting is the PR talking to people that really didn't have your best interests at heart, one, or two people who didn't understand you from the ground up. So now you're a superstar, then those journalists now are in your face interviewing you, and you feel you're a big shot. And that's great, and that's fine. When you suddenly get knocked out, or you get beat, or your career's not going the way you want to, or you want to reach out and those journalists don't want to talk to you now, what happens? You've just shunned all those other journalists or those people that you've built a good relationship with and have not turned you out, or I've wanted to know you for who you were before the bright lights came along. It's an element of loyalty, an element of character, an element of trust. See, now you're in the big lights and the bright lights now, but it's about building character. And a lot of boxers are doing this now. And for me, somebody say, "Oh, you're just talking sour grapes." I'm not talking sour grapes. I'm talking about character. And a lot of people don't have character, and I understand that. But what my message is to boxers out there who are boxers, who do have a career, not people who just jump on YouTube and have an opinion, but boxers out there that have a boxing career, look after those people out there that are looking after you, that are 5-0 and 10-0 and 15-0, because they are looking after your breakthrough. They're looking after you before you make your breakthrough. So when you make that breakthrough, do the good thing and take them on that breakthrough with you, because they were there when nobody was interested in you. But now you become a big shot. That's what happens. But for me, it doesn't matter, because for me personally, it doesn't matter, because that's not my main interest. I enjoy the boxing. It's been fun. And I enjoy doing the interviews. But as anybody who knows me well, knows that this is not the be-all and end-all for me. And I'm not looking to make a career out of being a boxing journalist. So I just see it from a different perspective. I just think that character integrity is important. But they say in boxing, if you want loyalty in boxing, buy a dog. I don't really subscribe to that because I think there's some good people in the sport, but then others may disagree. Those are my thoughts. I'm out here. Take care.